Can't get any hotter. So I wasn't gonna do this, but I gotta. Been scrolling around on YouTube, looking at some of the what do you call them? The expats. You know, I've been listening to a couple of them, and I thought, guys, these guys are kind of on top of what's going on a little bit. And then I'm thinking, what are they talking about? Are they complete fucking idiots? And one of them today said he's been here a year and a half. One of them today said he's been here about 2 years, just less than 2 years. One of them said he's been here a couple of years. Dude, you morons have no clue. You don't know what's going on. You know, after 7 or 8 years, maybe, I mean, maybe 5 years at least, you start to get a feel for reality. 2 years? Shit. Did I know anything when I was here 2 years, Lynn? Huh? Not much. I don't know. And now I'm 70, so I'm getting stupider as I go. I know less. But you don't know the culture. I don't even know this culture much. I know more than a lot of people do, but living here 2 years, you fools don't know crap, man. You don't know that, and hence the reason that you give the tricycle drivers 1,000 peso tips. I get it. You know, it's like going to Baguio and waiting for taxi cabs. Y'all do that, right? Sure you do. I don't. We go to Baguio. We rent a taxi for the whole day for 1,000 pesos, $20 for the whole day. He takes us where we want to go. He waits for us. We walk out. He's there. We go to the next place. Try that. It works much better. I don't know if you could do it in Manila, but you probably can, I'm going to guess. Because they're not making a whole lot of money in Manila either. $20 is a lot of money for a tricycle driver, for a taxi driver. Not bad for a day. An ambulance going by. Yep, getting off. I don't know. That's just one little thing that I know. You know. It's a lot of shit that I see. All the, yeah, my wife says there's an accident close. Maybe you can hear the siren going by. Dog alarm. That's the littlest one. Right on it. You know, there's a lot of stuff here that you don't get, you know, when you're only here a couple of years. Lots. You know, like the skin tax. I love that, all these words. The skin tax. I see it sometimes, but only where I don't live. No, even my wife, she'll say, honey, park the car down a little further. That's cheaper. Huh? Honey, park the car down a little further. It'll be cheaper than if he sees you. Mostly when we buy plants. But in town where I live, they wouldn't pull that. They know me. Yeah, it's that way. Oh, so the ambulance turned around at the off-ramp and is going back to where the accident is. Anyway, I don't get the skin tax where I live. I know everybody. They give me the same price I give my wife. Well, maybe a little more, but that's my own fault. I don't, you know, my wife goes in with $100 in her pocket, and they'll tell her 35 pesos, which is 70 cents, and she'll say, no, 32. Got to get that little discount. I don't do that. So I guess that's my skin tax. But, you know, and then I was listening to this guy. He's talking about how he rented a house from somebody online in one of the provinces, never having seen the house. Matt, I'm talking about you. And I don't know if you watch the channel, I don't care. Anyway, then he says he gets out there, the guy told him it was all new and nice and pretty. He said he got out there and it was a complete dump. So I guess 200,000 pesos later, it's not a dump anymore. He got fed up with it and left. Well, you get what you get, dude. Who in the hell would rent a house online for, I think he did it for 6 months, I don't remember, without looking at it, without knowing the guy you're renting it from. There's just mysterious stupidity going on there. And this guy, you know, he talks about the Philippines like he knows what the fuck's going on. You don't, bud. You don't have a clue. That's proof that you don't have a clue right there. And yeah, I can't own property here. I don't care. I'm 70. What am I going to do with it in 10 years? Nothing. I'll be lucky if I'm alive. So it only made sense to build my house. Hey, I got some more bamboo for you, honey. Build my house and give it to my wife. Have it her house, not my house. I built it for her and my daughter and whoever she decides to live in the house after I'm long fucking buried underground. Well, ate by my dogs. It's my, in my last will and testament, it's going to say, chop me up, cremate my head, cook the rest of me in a pressure cooker and feed me to my dogs. Why waste 200 pounds of meat? I don't think so. And I talked to the guy at the funeral parlor. He said he'd be more than happy to do that for me. So it's definitely doable. Do anything in the Philippines, you pay enough. So, you know, and then I hear, you know, these guys that do shit like what you did, Matt. If you watch this, and all they do is complain about it being a Filipino's fault. You know what? You get the same shit in the United States. You know, and I like these guys that say this is a third world country. Yeah, bullshit. The United States is the third world country. Go there and try and live. This is just like living in the 50s. The technology is way advanced, which makes it better, but the society is run around like the 50s. Unless you're in Manila, then I don't know who the fuck that is. But in the provinces, you know, everybody walks around the streets at night. At your age, what do you look forward to in your life? Tomorrow? Right? He says, at my age, what do I look forward to? And what do I look forward to? Tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Tomorrow. Making sure my wife and my daughter are taken care of when I am done. But I don't know, you know, there's just so much crap from the expat community. God, you guys, you move out of the United States and Canada so you can move back into the United States and Canada in another country. Where the fuck is the logic? I want to be as far away from the damn Americans as I can. I actually know 2 Americans. I only know 2, right? Leon and Richard, right? I know 2 Americans. I don't care. I don't want to know any more Americans. I don't want to live around them. I live in a province. It's all Filipinos. I don't want to live anywhere else. I don't want to move. I built my house here because this is comfortable. And after traveling, you know, around a lot of places in the world, I know the difference between living in the U.S. and living somewhere else. And, you know, sorry, you can take the U.S. and I don't care. They fucking nuke it. Goodbye. It ain't gonna. It'll take my little bitty Social Security away from me, and I'll still do just fine. I'll figure out a way. I will make do. But, yeah, guys, if you're watching this from the United States, first question you need to ask these guys that you're watching is, how long have you been in the Philippines? How long? Or how long you've been in Thailand? Or how long you've been in whatever country they're in, if you're thinking about getting information from them. If they don't say 5 years or more, move on. Get somebody with some knowledge, because they don't have knowledge. You know, they have tourist knowledge. You know, I came here with an American girl that was born in the Philippines, and for the first 2 weeks I was here, she said, "Don't go outside, you're gonna get raped, you're gonna get murdered, it's so dangerous in the Philippines." Finally I said, "Shut up." I just went and bought a motorcycle and started driving all over the place by myself, because it's not like that here. The crime rate is so low in the provinces, it's stupid. The cops don't even have anything to do. Car accidents, I don't think they have anything. Do they have anything else to do? car accidents. That's about it, huh? That's about all the cops can do. It's car, because people don't get in fights. Men don't fight here. Women, I saw two women fighting one time. But this house is just mail. It says help for review. Okay, what does it say? It says, I don't know what it says. As the gamer, I don't know what it says. As the gamer 6, it says fuck something. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. So I don't care. You write whatever you want. It doesn't hurt me. I don't care. Hey, like what the guy says, messages and the algorithm. More messages, better the algorithm, right? So I don't care. Put them all on there. Oh, that's all it says. It just says fuck. Okay. But yeah, you know, if they haven't been here at least 5 years, don't listen to what they're saying. It's bullshit. They don't have a clue. I haven't heard one of them say really much of anything that's worth listening to. And what I do notice is a lot of them just bitch about the other ones. I don't care about the other ones. I mean, I watch them because it's entertainment, and I just put in my mental list. Oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, this guy. They get taken here. They get taken there. You know, they get ripped off by the tricycle drivers, or ripped off by some chick that they thought they didn't. You know, if you're 70 years old and you're dating a 25-year-old, I hope you do get ripped off. Shit, I hope they'd steal every fucking penny you got. You know, that's pretty ridiculous. So my daughter, she brings home some 70-year-old guy. She's 24. I said, first thing that's going to happen, I'm going to beat the shit out of him. I said, next thing that's going to happen, I'm going to turn her over my knee. That ain't going to happen. Get a life. She doesn't need the money. And that's what it's all about. You know, young Filipino girls, they're all about being with you if you're 70. As long as you got a thick wallet, don't matter. Hell, for the first 2 years, me and my wife be holding hands walking around the market, and this one girl kept bending over showing me her titties, Lenny. Remember that? In the market. I said, Lynn, don't look till I tell you. Look now. This girl, she'd make it a point, boy, every time we walked by her. That was funny as crap. Then I had another little adventure in one of the stores. Zoe, remember the one that used to follow me around all the time? Little blonde, or redhead, I think. I don't know. She couldn't have been more than 18 or 19, could she? I'd be with my wife, and everywhere I looked, she'd be peeking around the corner or standing there smiling. I told my wife about it. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. It was cute, actually. You know, old guy getting attention like that. It didn't impress me in that way, but it was cute to me. And I'm perfectly happy with my wife. I wouldn't trade her in. I wouldn't trade her in for anything except maybe two just like her. Huh? Can I trade you in for two like you? Man, I have to become a Muslim. You know, there's a lot of Muslims here. I don't think any of them have more than one wife. Do they, Lynn? They do? Yeah. So she knows a lot of the Muslims that live here. They wouldn't have more than. They don't want more than one wife. Shit, what man wants more than one woman in his life? For God's sakes, one's enough. Shit. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, back to what I was saying though. Don't listen to these guys that have, 1 or 2 or 3 years in the country. They have an idea, but they don't have the feeling for living here yet. I built our house so we could live in the house and play on the property, and we really don't need to go anywhere. We go places really just, I think, for boredom. Like the other day we went to Costco, which here is S&R, but it's still Costco. And we did that for, a couple hours, and we went and had a really nice lunch and came home. Not that we need, what did you spend, $30? To a 2-hour drive to go to S&R. And you spent how much? $60? You did? And she spent $60 whole in S&R. Which usually in a good S&R you spend $200 or $300. We don't need anything. She does it just, she buys potato chip Pringles and laundry soap or something, It's okay. It makes her happy and I don't care. But there's nothing here that you can't get there's nothing in the U.S. that you can't get here. And most of the shit you can get here, if you pay the money, you get better stuff. It comes from Europe, a lot of it. It comes from Japan. You know, we got a lot of China shit too, don't get me wrong. But we have shit China and we have good Chinese stuff. You know, so in the US you only get shit Chinese stuff. But yeah, I don't even remember the last time I think I got ripped off. Do you remember us getting ripped off of buying anything? You don't get ripped off here. I mean, I don't feel like we've ever gotten ripped off when we purchase something. So when I hear these guys, oh, I went and bought a couch, I had it for 2 months, it's all falling apart. Well, keep your fucking dogs off of it. That's all I could say. I'm sitting on this couch right here. I don't know, what did we pay for this? $300? $300. It's a recliner, dual recliner. My cats tore it up in 6 months. Yeah, I was kind of pissed off, but you know what? I have the cats. I chose to put the furniture in there. So now we throw a blanket over it. It's still just as comfortable. I don't care. And it's outlasted the cats. You know, most of the cats that did it are dead. So I guess that the couch got its revenge. But yeah, you know, I don't know. I think that living in the Philippines, I would never move back to the U.S., guys. Never. And all of the time that I can think, I wouldn't go back to the U.S. for any amount of money. So, all right. Well, it's 16 minutes, and I'm going to make it 17, and I'm going to hang up. And you guys enjoy your day, enjoy your life wherever you are. Have a good one.